Hey guys, Jeff here at Dice Centers,
Hey guys, Goldbug Slots here, Goldie.
and I will be at Vegas for Super Bowl.
So will I.
Well, let's see what the 8 ball says.
I don't care what the 8 ball says. You're taking me or you're staying at home.
Let
One
me
of the
see
two.
here. It says, hang on a second, hang on. It says yes.
Good thing. Good answer.
So if you guys want to sit there and hook up with me, shoot some dice, it is dicesetters@gmail.com. And believe it or not, Goldbug Slots, I taught her everything she knows about throwing some dice. And she can throw some dice when the mood hits her just right. If you want to sit there, you're going to be in Vegas, you want to play slots with her or have questions, hit her up. It's going to be
At goldbugslots@gmail.com.
And the video that we have for you today is an interview I did at Ellis Island. We have customers. We own our own business, so we have customers. We have friends, and we show them, what we've done during the weekend. Whether it might have been a hand pay of $9,000 or whatever it might be, and they just can't believe that we go to a casino and we get to win that much. And then we sit there and tell them about all the comps that we get, and then they still can't believe, well, this is you must gamble $20,000, each time you go there, which is not true.
No, we take a budget. We start out with $1,500 each, and if we win, we can continue to play. And if we lose it all, which we have before, then it's we're back in the room watching TV or we go watch a movie. We don't always win, but we go with a budget and we stick to that budget. We never go to the ATM. We never pull out more money, but we have fun. Ellis Island is a great place to have fun. They know your name when you walk in there. It's a gambling casino. They know you when you walk in there.
So this video is basically the two people that are in charge of public relations with players that want to play, that want to gamble, and how you can sit there and go up the ladder, to so to speak. How you can sit there and get more comps. How it is that we are able to do what we can do, and we spend hardly nothing and have lots of fun with it. And when we gamble, we gamble, But definitely, you get you can get free rooms, you can get free drinks, free meals, you can get upgrades, you can get free events. I mean, you name it. They will roll out the red carpet for you. But if you just show up and say, "Well, I was there and I lost $5,000. Where's my comps?" There's certain procedures that you've got to do to ensure that you'll get the comps that are there for you. And it's just not for Ellis Island, it's for any casino. And many people don't realize that at any casino, these comps are there for you, but you got to make sure you do certain things correctly. Like if you are playing dice craps, and if you have $2,000 to sit there and play, you'll sit there and put that $2,000 into the cage and ask for 500 or 700 at a time. That's going to sit there and increase your value as a player up there huge. Another thing is if you're playing craps, ask the dealer to sit there and put down how much money you're betting each and every time the dice are out, and that's going to rank you up higher. And of course, the higher you're ranked up, the more freebies you get. But many people don't realize that it's not written on paper. It's not like 1, 2, 3. This is how you get the comps. So hopefully, with this interview from two people, and they're both great friends of ours, you have Nick and you have Steve. They will guide you into how you can do this not only at Ellis Island, but at other casinos, because not everyone has the opportunity to go to Vegas. There's other people that do, you know, native gambling. There's other people that do, there's gambling, I think, in 26 different states. Mostly every state, but almost like Texas and some other ones. But yeah, I mean, there's gambling in California, there's gambling in Oregon, gambling in Seattle, gambling in Arizona. It just goes on and on. So not only can you do this in Vegas, but you can also do this at your local casino. Wouldn't it be great to sit there and get more free things from your local casino? So this kind of gives you a breakdown of who you need to see and what you need to ask so you can get more free things from your casino. They're there for you. They aren't just there to take your money, which sometimes that happens to us, but they're
More often
there.
than not.
They're there for you to have like an entertainment. To me, it's almost like a cruise ship,
I
except
know.
that but you're not going anywhere. you sometimes will have the entertainment like Formula One. Of course, they're going to be building a stadium. You drinks and food. It's kind of like a cruise ship that if you ever want to, you just hop off and go do something else and then hop back on. That's kind of the way it is, and that's the way it should be. I've been on cruise ships, and yeah, it's quite the same, except that you're not at sea, and you can hop off at any time and go do your own thing, and then hop back on. So with this video, I hope it shows you, the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts. And I know that Steve has sat there and done other interviews like this from different channels. I've never seen them, but hopefully it explains it better than I can. And he definitely has a funny way of explaining things. So that is this week's video. And have anything else to say?
Just please like, share, and subscribe to Dice Setters or to Goldbug Slots. We're trying to get our channels out there. I'm at 444 subscribers. I'm trying to get to the magical number of 1,000 to go live. I have a lot of people that watch my videos, but not a lot of subscribers, and I'm still trying to figure that out why. And then the algorithm with YouTube, it will change. One week there'll be all my videos will be out there, and I'll have 200 or 300 views, and then like a week later I'll have 6 views, and I can't figure out that either. But I think that's just something with YouTube. But I really, really need your guys' help to get my channel out there.
What I would like to do, and to me this is going to be fun. I don't know if it'll be fun for you, but if it'll be fun for me, is I want to sit there and follow her around in a camera on a Friday or Saturday night and give her $1,000 to play at Ellis Island, and we just go live. And we'll sit there and go from machine to machine, talk a little bit about stressful, talk a little bit about, all the things that can happen. I think that'd be fun. We can't do that unless this girl right here gets up to 1,000 subscribers. We can do that on Facebook, but it's really, we don't have as many followers on Facebook as we do on YouTube. But I think that'd be fun. Don't you think that'd be fun?
Yeah, it would be fun. I might say biscuits and gravy a lot because I can't cuss on camera,
But if you guys can help Goldbug Slots out that way, my wife, she has a great channel. I would say that just because she's my wife, and her recording, for the most part, is fantastic. That's because most of the time I do all the recording. But if she can get to 1,000 and do Ellis Island live like every other week on a Friday or Saturday, man alive, biscuits and gravy, that'd be fun.
You're a goofball, but I love you.
All right, guys, here's the show. Thanks for watching.
Guys.
Yeah, so my name's Nik Fava. I'm the player development manager here at Ellis Island Casino. I've been extremely lucky to have some fantastic mentors through the beginning stages of my career, but on a daily basis, I don't know how much you know about player development, but we do everything from take care of our highest level clientele that we have on property, retain business, bring in new business, and we get to do all types of exciting things from taking these players to football games, curating their experiences property-wide, and really making sure that our valued clientele has an absolutely incredible experience with us, not just on property, but in getting here and whatever they decide to do when they're around town. And that is our job, is making sure that is the best possible for our people.
Damn. Everything he said and more. I've just been doing it a lot longer than he has.
What do you do for Ellis Island, Steve?
For Ellis Island, I'm also working player development. I have a few different roles, from Moolah, which is our app that eventually will be used for sports betting now. It's for slot players, which is really exciting. Very cutting edge. You don't have to pay any more ATM fees. So working a lot with Moolah. Also, I'm the telemarketer. Love to call all of you that are customers and help get you in. Our job, too, is to educate you on how to get rated and make sure you get the best bang for your buck.
Yep,
if you're going to come gamble anyway, I can't tell you how many players come in and gamble their ass off, don't get rated, don't use the card. Do you want to pay for the room? Oh, we're drinking for free. Dude, you had an $80 Budweiser. You go to a $100 glass of wine. If you're going to gamble, take a shot. I don't care if you win, but if you're giving us a shot at the money, get the perks. We really have $1 million skybox for the Super Bowl. We really have a skybox for Taylor Swift. Every event at Allegiant Stadium. You don't have to be a $1 million player to get the kind of perks that they get at Ellis Island.
And that's what's one of the beautiful things about Ellis Island, is that when you walk through the doors here, you're not a number, you're not a dollar sign, right? The people get to know you. The cocktail waitress will remember your drink after a few
Nick
visits.
really knows about every player.
Yeah, I know about every player.
It's weird.
And the personal attention is great. And we're a family-owned property, one of the last ones left in Vegas since 1968. And what we try to do is make all of our players, guests, clientele feel like they're part of that family, right? Whereas we have a lot of incredible operators in Las Vegas, you know, from the MGMs and Resorts Worlds and Wynns, but there's so many people, they can't give that attention to all of their players, right?
Our bosses are early 30s. They get it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, come on the strip right there, you've got to play $100 a hand to get 3-2 blackjack. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? 000 roulette wheel. I mean, you should just mail your money in. And we've got an advantage as soon as you sit down. That's why, you know, look, you can win, but you got to have some discipline. That's usually, you know, a lot of gamblers try to take $100 and win 1,000. Take 1,000 and try to win 100.
And, you know, as this guy knows, because he's been around the game for a while, you know, our casino director broke in dealing at the Dunes and all these other properties a long time ago. So our philosophy is give the players a good game, a good gamble, good service, and they're going to show up, right?
We have real 10 times odds in dice. I mean, you can bet we have a big dice game. I don't care where you go in town, you know. You can split aces 4 times if you play blackjack. I mean, you know, it's a real gamble here. We're a gambling hall.
And you have 3-2 blackjack all the way down to $5.
Of course.
Split aces 4 times. And our friend here is a big dice guy, so he loves playing here for certain reasons, I'm sure.
How many times I think they all hit again today. It's crazy how many. We should track that, really. I swear to God, it seems like every week it all hits 2 or 3 times. Which, by the way, that means if every number hits before a 7, you get a big payout, and all of a sudden you're friends with everybody at the table. It's a social thing.
We're the all capital of the world,
don't
baby.
Don't be a don't better here, brother. We don't want any don't players. You're either with us or you're not.
So what he asked was, if he's new to Vegas, has a few grand, first time coming in, what's the first thing you should do as a player, right? First and foremost is get a player's card. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. People get superstitious. They think the casino's watching them. That's all BS. That doesn't happen.
We're watching you anyway.
Yeah, we're watching you anyways. And think about it this way, right? If the casino could actually control what happens, which they cannot, right? We would want to pay the people with cards. And first of all, that's the only way that we can get back in touch with you and give you offers for food and beverage, free play, promotions, events, free nights, all of these good things. So bottom line, get a player's card.
So part of his question was, should I play first? No. Get a player's card, get rated. That means if you play a slot machine, you stick it in until it works and says hello and your name. If you're going to go to the pit, throw your card out. If you buy in for 200 or 300 or 500, ask the foreman to rate you. That's what he's there to do. You're not bothering him because you say, oh, I'm only going to play 10 minutes. Next thing you know that you bought in for 200, you played for 3 hours and didn't get rated. Shame on you. I'm only as good as my computer. You got to get rated, brother, if you want some free stuff. If you're cool risking your money and not getting anything, cool. But of course you want to get perks.
Yep.
Then we invite you back for other stuff, too. We've got Formula One here. We've got parties all the time.
Yep.
You know, be a gambler. If you're a real gambler, you got to get rated.
And then second of all, no matter what you play, whether if you're playing $10 in the slot machine or if you're putting $10,000 down on the tables, make sure you give your card, because a lot of people think, oh, I'm not playing enough money, I'm not going to worry about giving my card. Everything counts, right? So you want to make sure no matter what, you give your player's card or you put it in the slot machine no matter what you play, because that's the first step to getting any sorts of perks in Las Vegas, right?
If you're really going to bring, let's call it $2,500, okay, and that's your gambling budget, not your whole trip budget. I talk to people on the phone like, I'm bringing $5,000. Well, after Wet Republic and the pool party and the strip club, and you want to take her to Caesars for dinner at Nobu, really you gambled about $1,000. Okay, and that's cool, but if your gambling budget is $2,500, I would put it, if you're a table player, in the cage, draw markers, 500 at a time. It forces the foreman to rate you. If you win, buy the marker back. Not a big deal. If you're a slot player, I would get a moolah account. Why? Because we want to know what we can win. Okay, if you really bring in $2,500, $3,000, you're not in a standard room. Now, forget New Year's Eve and Super Bowl. Every time I say that, everybody wants to stay Super Bowl Sunday with $2,000. No, it's more like 10 or 20 grand on Super Bowl. Normal weekend, you bring $2,500, I'll get you in a suite, put it in the cage, play against it. I want to know what I have to win because you're new. You know, look, if you've come 9 trips and every trip I know what I have theoretically a shot to win, of course I can comp you up front. If you're new, you got to come in on what's called a qualify or evaluation basis, and then based on your play, I'll comp you throughout. You know, obviously you play slots, it's going to tell you, oh, you just earned this. You just earned 2 for 1. You just earned $20 in free play. It's going to tell you as you play. But now that I know up front, you don't have to do any of that crap up front. Man, we meet our customers literally in the parking lot, help them with their luggage. Our VIPs don't go to the front desk and wait in line because I want you playing. Go right to your room, give me your credit card for your incidentals. I check you in right there, go gamble. We make it very slick, very easy. This guy knows if your wife likes Diet Pepsi and you like Coors Light, and that's in the room waiting for you. We do not bang you for if you have a Coke and a candy bar at 3 in the morning, $18. Okay, those are real numbers, okay? The mini bar is there, it's yours, you're our guest. Man, you want a certain kind of beer in the room, it's there. You know, so let us do our job, but you've got to communicate. What's your bankroll? And if you're a real player, you know what you're gambling with. Okay, you know in your head, are you really bringing 20 grand? Come on, do you want to lose 20 grand? No. Okay, it's 2 grand, that's okay. We comp your room and some food. You bring 5 or 10 grand, ooh, you're in a suite. Maybe we're going to play golf at Spanish Trail, or we're going to see something at Allegiant Stadium.
Yep.
I have players too where we will hard cost buy tickets if they want to go to Blue Man Group or Celine Dion. We'll take you anywhere you want. I mean, we are full service hosts.
100%.
You know, maybe you qualify and get your airfare reimbursed. I mean, there's a million different levels. You know, and of course, everybody talks big when they've won. I was betting 500 a hand last night. You bought in for $300. You caught lightning in a bottle. Yeah, when my dad's in town, my average bet's bigger too. Give me a shot at your money. Like Benny Binion in the old days, your first bet's your max. You want to bet 10 grand a hand? Great. Make it your first bet. Bet whatever you want. Everyone's got big balls when they're winning. You know? Show me. I need to know your exposure. That's why a casino credit line, a moolah line, I know what I can win.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's what I think the best advice.
And to also dive into Jeff's question, you want to think about your bankroll in terms of where you're going to go, right? Because if you're going and you're taking $2,500 to the win, that's not going to mean much. But if you're bringing $2,500 to Ellis Island, you're going to be a decent player for it.
You don't even get casino rate at win for $2,500.
Yeah.
You're waiting in line at the front desk. You are crap. But that's okay. Look, I have some guys, and we don't need to say why, but they only want to stay at the Cosmopolitan. They know 5,000 doesn't get them anything there, but there's a lot of ladies at the Cosmopolitan, and they want to go to the nightclub marquee and spend $500 on a bottle of Sky vodka that costs $10. They're renting space so they can maybe get lucky. That's it. Everyone's got different parameters. But if you're a gambler with $5 grand at Ellis Island, then we roll out the red carpet, literally, right?
Yep,
and you
100%.
should bet like 1% of that. If you bet $5 or $10 a hand and you bring $5 grand, I love you. I don't care how unlucky you are. You're never going to lose $5 grand. You should bet $50 a hand. A $10,000 player should bet $100 a hand and play 3 to 4 hours a day. You do that, and even if you win, Jeff, I'm comping everything. You want a little something extra, no problem. You give me a shot at the money. You know, now you come in Friday night and you win a quick $6 grand and you played 40 minutes. On Sunday, you're paying for the room, but take the money home. You know, you want to go play 3 more hours and risk $6 grand? Go pay for the room. It was $200, whatever. You know, now you get your ass kicked the first night. I'm taking care of you. You either get your ass kicked or you give me a shot at the money. I know that sounds kind of rough, but that's the way it is.
Yep.
You know? Now,
another portion of that in terms of maximizing your offers and comps and all these things is you have to make sure, like he said, you know, as terrible as it sounds, you either get your butt kicked or you play a lot of time. Right?
Yeah.
So don't bring $2,000 and start betting $500 a hand, because even if you tell me, hey, Nick, I lost $2 grand, yeah, you played for 10 minutes, right? You're going to come back tomorrow and win that back playing the way you are, so there's not much we can do for you.
Yeah.
So you want to be smart in terms of the way you spend your bankroll, right? As Steve said, if you're betting 1 to 2% of whatever you bring, if you're on the table, it's $2,000 and you're betting $25 to $50 a hand.
Yeah, you should go at the quarter table, bet $25 a hand.
You know, that's perfect for you.
And in dice, Jeff will know this. Okay, I also rep Resorts World. So I'm going to talk to you like you're in 5th grade. You put $10 on the pass line, and you put 50 behind. If it's 6 or 8, 3, 4, 5. Here, you're a $60 average bet, and you take a come bet with 2 more bets. Now you've got $150. You're a $180 average bet. Resorts World, you're a $10 average better. They don't give you credit for your odds. Even though on 7 out, I'm taking it. Some bean counter in all his wisdom, said, no, we're not going to track the odds anymore because it's a true payout, which it is. Ellis Island, everything on the layout by the fourth roll, that's your average bet. Pass line, $10. You could put 100 behind it. Say you put 20 behind it. Come bet, 2 more numbers, boom, you're $80 average bet.
Yep, 100%.
Over there, you're $10 or $20 or $30 average bet. You're going to get more value here, especially for dice players, because we track everything on the layout.
Yep. Now, one of the other big things I always pitch to my players, my people, is, first of all, there's so many choices in Vegas, right? The experience is yours. We don't want people that aren't going to enjoy themselves, because our job is to create experience for people, for our players, for our guests.
Great
right?
point.
If you come to me and you say, Nick, Ellis Island is not for me, it's no hard feelings. If you just want to come over and gamble, that's no problem, right?
There's a lot of guys that stay other
right?
places, but you can't beat our barbecue.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they want the damn bread pudding or the brisket. You know,
Uh-huh.
food's really good. Every outlet. That's no BS.
So
you know?
don't get hung up on the brands in Las Vegas, because most properties can do what they want to do for you based on your play, right? Just like we can really send you to Allegiant Stadium to watch Taylor Swift in a football game, whatever you want to do. We can really take care of your airfare and things of that nature if you're at that level, right? Just like other properties can. The most important thing is finding a property that you align with, that you have fun at, right? Don't get hung
Maybe
up
some
on
trips you bring the wife. We love the ladies, but she's got to go to the spa. We are not your place. All right, go to Venetian, let her go to Canyon Ranch. You're going to spend $2,000 there in a half-day package. But she has her spa, and then while she's in the spa, you come over here and play real 10 times odds and craps. That's fine too. You know, we just want to be a stop.
Yep, 100%. And awesome.
What you can actually do.
I want to answer this one. The question is, why don't you, isn't there more literature on the perks and that? One thing, casinos are notorious for not offering. We go up to people, we every day we call the new players that sign up at a certain criteria and say, hey, Nick, thanks for coming in. Jeff, thanks for coming in. I saw you joined our club yesterday. I don't know how long you're in town. I want to buy you and your guests dinner. Come back to the front yard. Let's watch the game, get to know each other. There's a book called Whale Hunt in the Desert, shameless plug right now, that talks about what you can get about from a casino host perspective. So there's a lot of podcasts, Follow the Money on VSiN Sports, Gambling with an Edge. You know, I've been fortunate and been on all these. But I get a lot of players just because I do educate and try to get them to know. That's how we earn. We're paid on theoretical. We hope you win. If you win, you bet more, you play longer, we earn more. You get your ass. You know, I have literally pulled guys up and said, Jeff, I love you. Quit splitting tens. What are you doing? You just hit 13 against a 4. There's more tens in there than anything. Stop hitting that. Well, I don't have enough. It's amazing how players are still go with their gut. It's math, okay? You know, so look, if there's one suite left and you play craps and he plays blackjack and I play the wheel roulette, sucker gets the suite because my game holds more. You know, roulette's fun and all that, but you know, it's a little tough. You know, so again, to answer your question, the reason you don't see more about it is because if we can get away with it, I love the guy that is not carded, not rated. He had one beer, lost $800. I make more money on that. But we're player development. We want to develop players, get you loyal to our brand, our experiences, and stay here more. Even when F1 was here and all the construction, we were okay because our loyal players came because of the experiences, especially Nik creates with all those tournaments and slot tournaments. And they're not just for tournament people that buy in 300. He makes his tournaments for real players. Forget the buy-in. Then you play whatever machine you want, then he gives you money. I mean, so he's really created some unique events, and I think that shows like this are needed so people know, what do? I just lost $2,000 and no one said hello. Well, you need us.
100%, yeah. A lot of
This is a great question.
Yeah, great question. A lot of casinos are afraid to share this stuff, right? To Steve's point. And second of all,
big corporations suck.
Yep, you know, I mean,
I've been fired 9 times. So.
I'll let Steve say that one. But and a lot of it is the casino industry really is in infancy in the terms of how much it's being researched and the type of data and literature that is coming out to really back the things that are happening in this world, right? If you go back to 40, 50 years ago, every single casino executive worked his way up from the very bottom to the very top, which is incredible, right? Now, it's not the same industry. You get people that are going to UNLV, spending tens of thousands of dollars in education, which is great, moving into these roles. So innately, the industry is becoming more data and literature driven, where it wasn't that way before. So Jeff, to answer your question, I think in the next 15 to 20 years, you're going to see a lot of literature and research coming out about the industry and about these types of questions that's going to be available for people that know where to look for it, right?
Yeah.
But also it helps because most properties, if you have a host or if you want to talk to VIP services or promotions booth, they're happy to share this information with you if you ask, right? They're not going to just go and tell you, hey, guess what you're missing out on,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
So,
we call, I mean, Jeff, I mean, when I told my mom 38 years ago, I'm not going back to Salina, Kansas, I'm going to try this casino host thing, my mom never cussed. She was like, damn it, Steven, you know the only other place you can get a job is New Jersey, and you hate the cold. Mom, the only place I can't work now is Utah and Hawaii. I caught an industry, it's in 48 states. Gambling's not a sin anymore. We really have an NFL team here that we can go and bet the game on our phone while the game's being played. Sports betting now is in 29 states, just like marijuana. You might not like it, but it's coming. Okay, gaming is here. And to your point, yeah, now it's not a sin, and it's revenue, and it's jobs.
Yep.
You know, kids don't grow up anymore and say, I want to work in a factory, Mom and Dad. They want a deal, make $100,000 a year, and when they go home, they've got no pressure.
yeah.
You know, I mean, we have 152,000 hotel rooms in Las Vegas. You know, there's more hotel rooms on this Flamingo corner than in San Francisco. 28,000. That's why 3,000 people eat here a day, and we only have 300 rooms. Because our beer is $4 and their beer is $11. It's value.
Yeah,
You know?
and you're going to continue to see stuff
That was
pop
an
up.
Ellis Island shameless plug, but I threw it in.
Because like Steve said, the industry now, it's becoming more socially acceptable, right?
I agree.
You know, you're like you said, there's gaming everywhere, different, not just in America, but different countries, states, jurisdictions. And what's happening is, first of all, these entities don't want to miss out on this tax gaming revenue because their people are gambling already. And second of all, there's not many things like a large-scale integrated resort that creates the amount of job opportunities in terms of skilled labor that it does for the city, the country, or the place that it is. So everybody loves it, of course, right? And
I'm a
it's coming.
2.3 from UNLV. You know,
And one of the
so-
best to ever do it.
No. I'm just saying, you know, we're not, I'm not curing cancer. I'm helping people gamble, have a great experience.
100%.
You know, I mean, young Nick's 25.
Yeah, 25.
I mean, no, he's
And
way ahead of the game.
And I'll tell you, one of the beautiful things that I tell all of our employees, all the people I talk to about the hospitality industry, everything we offer, whether if it's entertainment, nightlife, gaming, food and beverage, hotel, our guests already want what we have to offer, right? Our job is to make that experience better than they expected to create loyalty with those customers, right? You already want, I don't have to sell you on why you want to gamble. If you're here putting money on the dice table, you want to be here to gamble, right?
Winning
it's
helps.
our job. Yeah, winning helps.
But I love it when a guy gets his ass kicked and says, God, I had a great time. When's the next event?
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
that's when we know we did good.
Yeah, but as a pro tip for whoever's listening is make sure you get out there and you ask questions, right? With whatever property you're at, whether if you're in, you know, a tribal entity out in the
And
Midwest,
call us,
or-
even if you're
Yeah,
staying someplace
exactly.
else. We get emails all the time, and I call and give people advice. How do I get a discount? How to get my airfare? Hey, I wanted, you know, better odds and dice. Well, leave that because you're getting screwed and come here, you know. That might be the answer, but we'll try to help you.
Yeah, and most people are happy to answer questions. I'm sure Jeff will leave our information in the comments or description, and you can reach out to us directly. Even if you never plan to come to Ellis Island, I'll spend a few minutes on the phone with you and kind of talk
And you
through
said
some
Jeff was
offers
never convicted. Those charges
were
were
dropped.
dropped, right? Okay. I just, because we have a gaming license.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all good.
Beautiful.